Now, is there a chance that there's something in your life that you don't agree with just because maybe you don't know enough about it yet? Do you consider yourself somebody who's pretty set in their ways? Or are you somebody who is open to hearing more possibilities or options? Or maybe open to having someone teaching you something you don't know? Understanding comes from our own experiences and perceptions of those experiences. I'm Sage, I'm a growth coach, and the topic today is people can only understand from their level of perception. So, how can our perception limit us? Well, if you're on this growth page, you probably are prone to a little more growth, or you wouldn't have stopped here. But even if you're here growing with me, you still probably have some places where you're kind of stuck. We all do. So, how can that perception limit us? Well, basically, throughout life, we're setting up the boundaries by which we navigate our life by what we've experienced in the past. And the more life you've lived, the more you've traveled, the more you've read about in books, the broader your perception is. And if we've grown up in a school or a neighborhood where most of the people are from the same culture or the same socioeconomic status or the same religions, we will have a tough time wrapping our heads around some cultures that have beliefs or actions that they do because we haven't experienced that. And we can get stuck and believe that we know all that we need to know about a subject. Here's a quote for you, and it's one of my favorites of all time. It's what you learn after you know it all that counts. John Wooden. So a couple questions to ask yourself. What could have limited your perceptions while you were growing up? And what breakthroughs in understanding have you had lately? Here's 3 ways to keep your mind open for better understanding. Number 1, truly listen. You gotta close this and you gotta open these to truly listen. So many of us will be in a conversation and we just want to jump in as fast as we can and say our information or state our piece. But if you just sit back and try and really close your mouth and really listen, you might be shocked that you're actually learning some new things. Now, number 2, get out of your comfort zone. Read books, watch movies, eat at places that are different than your norm. Okay? Think about that for a second. Watch movies, read books, and eat at places that are different than your norm. Those will all pull you out of a comfortable space that you're in and give you a taste of something else. And then number 3, be open. Be open to the fact that it is likely you don't actually know much at all. Then choose to be a sponge and absorb new lessons and knowledge when possible. Circling around. People can only understand from their level of perception. How can you use these 3 tips to level up your understanding? Here's your intention for today. I am open to learning more every day for the rest of my life. I love this topic. This is a good one because I think we all have moments where we're like, yeah, I've got that figured out already. Oh, I know that already. You could be on this planet for 99 years and know this much because there's a lot to know, right? So be open to being a sponge to new things and see where that takes you. Thanks for going with me today. I'm Sage Robinson Miller. You can find me on YouTube or at Growing Sage on Facebook. I appreciate every minute you spend with me. Love ya.